This week in NintenDomain, in the new Fire Emblem, you can cut grass now.
I'm going to pick you both up and throw you.
I'm here.
Welcome to NintenDomain episode 71. We are your hosts. I'm Trey. Come at me, fool. Johnson.
And I'm Jeremy. All the men love me, Mikowski.
We have our Fire Emblem guest back again to talk about Fire Emblem Echoes.
Friend of the show. Friend of the show,
Colin Dettmar.
If you've got Fire Emblem, I'm here.
Yeah, I figured, why not? You've been on all of our Fire Emblem episodes, so I figured we should have you again, of course. And I actually got it this time, so I can actually talk about it. I didn't get Fates, and I did buy one of them later, but I still haven't played it. But I put like 10 hours into this one.
This one is a weird game to judge Fire Emblem as a whole on.
Yeah, I like it. Actually, I bought it because it's different. It's different enough. Mm-hmm. But let's do the news real quick, and then we'll get into the game stuff. How have you been since last time we talked to you?
Oh, I've been good. I don't know, just doing different podcasts and different stuff, and keeping busy, and it's been nice.
Yeah.
So
you have a Switch now, right?
I do.
How did? What was your Switch story? Where did you get your Switch from?
I got my Switch. I work at a Walmart now, which is not recommended.
Yeah.
But it's a thing you can do, and so I just walked into my Walmart on launch day and picked it up.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go.
Dramatic story, sadly.
Yeah.
Well, you had a pre-order, though, didn't you?
I did. That's true.
Okay.
Because you did talk about last episode about how you had a pre-order lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
and
you did.
It was as easy as walking from like wherever you were to the electronics section and slapping down that deposit or whatever the hell they call it.
Yep. And then we got a bunch of people calling and coming in and being like, "Okay, can I get one?" It's like, "Oh, you didn't put your money down." The answer is no.
Oh, they were all pre-sold. You can't. You can just walk in and buy one.
Not a one from our store. So.
Oh, wow. How many did they get?
I don't actually know. I mean, we had a pretty good size. I would say something like 30 or 40 maybe. We had a lot of people.
Oh.
So.
Did they do a midnight release at Walmart?
They do, yeah. Well, I don't know about all of them. They did at ours. So.
Oh. Did you get it at midnight?
Yes. Yes,
nice.
I did.
Have you, I'm sure you've been playing Zelda on it, right?
Oh, yeah. Knocked that one out.
Yeah. Did you beat the game, I'm sure?
I did. I have Zelda, I have Mario Kart 8, I have Puyo Puyo Tetris, I have Shovel Knight, and I have Disgaea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah, so you beat Zelda. Did you get the good ending?
I mean, are you asking me to make a judgment on the ending of Zelda?
Well, did you get all the memories, I guess?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did.
There's different endings,
I just finished that up.
Wait, there are actually different endings? I didn't know that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, there's an extended ending if you get all the memories, and I don't know if there's something else if you get all the... Because I haven't gotten all the shrines.
Me either, yeah.
Nor have I gotten all the Korok seeds, surprisingly. But I did get all the memories, and I feel good because I found all of them organically, like on my own, like without having to consult anything.
If you beat the game having gotten all the Korok seeds, she just stares at you and says, "Why?"
Yeah, right.
You get to play as is that Korok, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? Yeah.
Hestu. There he is.
Yeah. Hestu was his name. Yeah, I haven't beaten the game yet. I've been slacking off.
He's sort of the Tingle of this game, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
You don't like his like maraca dance that he does every time you give him seeds? It's really loud.
It's just that he's got his own little catchphrases and his dance and his inability to stay in one place very long.
It feels like he's living in his own world, and I respect that about him.
Yeah, even in the Lost Woods, he's kind of an outcast.
Sure. Yeah, he's kind of to the side.
And also the Korok seeds are apparently all the stuff from his maracas that they stole, so that's like even his own people are pranking him.
Yeah. I noticed that the Deku Tree wouldn't make eye contact with him.
Yeah, right. Because he can't really turn to see him.
Oh, that's just what he says because he doesn't want to make a big deal out of it. Oh no, I can't turn. It's not you.
It's the roots, really. I can't. I'm a big tree. Can't move.
Cool. Yeah. Well, it's cool to talk to someone else that's beat Zelda.
Yeah,
because it's kind of depressing after it's all done. Really,
it's kind of a bummer, but like there's
I was sad.
I was a little frustrated, I guess, because I thought there'd be a little more. I thought I'd feel a little more closure, and I don't feel like I did. But
yeah,
right. Maybe this DLC is going to give us some closure.
Yeah, maybe that's always what I think when I hear about DLC is like, oh man, this is going to be the story I really wanted to hear. So
yeah,
great. DLC is pretty much always exactly what you want it to be. So
pretty much.
Yeah.
Horse armor? Who knew? Revelation.
Horse armor, but I have horse armor.
That was an Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion references for the cool kids.
Well, that's
the
coming
original
to this.
DLC.
Yeah, I knew what that was, and I hate those games. I've just heard people make fun of them. I mean, I played Oblivion enough to want to break the game in half, so which was still like
Skyrim
20
on
hours.
Switch,
no.
What? I'm totally gonna get it.
Never. Well, you can talk about it and let us know how
I
it's
will.
the best RPG of all time.
I'll be like,
Trey.
I had this on the 360 and I never played it. Now I got it for the Switch.
And you can
Trey, if you need someone else on that episode to also be scornful of the Elder Scrolls, you give me a call.
Okay. You're not a fan of Skyrim?
No.
Oh man, there's going to be no one that really likes it then. 'Cause, I mean, I'm going to be trying.
Well,
to
maybe
like
we
it,
can
but
maybe
I've
we can
never
get somebody
been able
from
to get into it.
maybe we can get somebody from Game Informer to come on here and talk about how it's the best RPG of all time.
Yeah, I've restarted Skyrim at least 3 times and just haven't been able
Right?
to get too far past where you're in that wagon.
So the tutorial.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten too far past that.
Is that the beginning?
Okay.
I don't know. I never played Skyrim, but I did buy Oblivion for like $4, and I tried really hard to like the game, and I couldn't. I could not like it. I
always end up
so mad
playing
at it.
like 20 hours of all of those games just because like I'm not having a good time, but there's a part of my brain that's like, no, you're not getting it. Keep going. It'll click.
No,
and
that's
eventually
what I
no,
did.
it's not going to click.
No, that's what I did. I played it for 20 hours, and I'm like, man, this combat really sucks.
Well, after 60 hours,
like
you
I
get a
keep-
mech.
It's like I keep getting killed.
fly around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
man.
even when I'm supposedly leveled up, I still get killed. I don't know. And I like spend like hours. I spent on the Oblivion. I spent hours in front of a house waiting for some cat person to like rob it so I could catch him. And I'm like, man, this game is dumb. So
Was it a cat burglar?
yeah, a cat burglar. But yeah, when you play a game like all day and you don't really accomplish anything, it gets depressing.
Yeah, that's
So.
happened in Zelda a few times though.
Yeah. So,
For me, at least, I've really dicked around in that game at times.
but you don't feel like it was a waste of time. I'm sure. I mean, at least you
I mean,
plotted out a section of land or something.
at least you got you bowled all day and made a bunch of money or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing I did in Zelda before I did any, like that many shrines or any temples or anything is I went and climbed every tower.
Yeah, I did. Too.
And that felt great. Like going to those areas where it was like, oh, if anything sees me, it will one shot me, and it took forever, but that was really rewarding. So.
Oh yeah.
It was.
That was a lot of fun.
I going back on it, I was always like, man, it would have been a little easier if I at least gotten the what's it called, the wind,
The Rivali's, yeah.
Yeah, Rivali's Gale. If I had that, it would have been so much easier. But I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah,
glad
totally.
I had to. But yeah, there was a lot of those towers. They had those fucking whiz robes around them.
yeah.
Man, those whiz robes.
Yeah,
they would
you
like follow you all the way
You
up
love
the
those
tower,
whiz
too.
robes. Yeah.
Bunch of assholes.
Yeah. The way they skip around.
I've hated whiz robes since the first Zelda, so I'm glad that the hate continues.
Yeah.
There was no master hand in this. I'm surprised.
Right? That's
Well, there's
no
there's no dungeons, so he can't grab you and throw you out of anything.
But he could just grab you and throw you back to the Switch menu.
Yeah, he could throw you back to the plateau.
He grabs
Something
you
like
and the
that.
screen turns black, and then just the cart pops out of the console. What?
That would be mean. It'd be very mean. So are you enjoying your Switch? Have you been playing it all over the place?
I mean, I've been enjoying it a fair bit. I've been trying actually recently not to play it as much, and Disgaea is gonna to take that away from me because I got a Bluetooth keyboard for my phone so I can get writing done at work, and that's not gonna happen anymore. Because Disgaea.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, are you you're writing your podcast stuff or other writing stuff?
Other writing stuff mostly. I do like articles and like try and do some short stories and stuff, and like
Oh, cool, yeah.
just keep busy. But
You were bringing your Switch to work for a little while there?
and I'm probably gonna get back to it with Disgaea now. It's really gonna throw a wrench in that plan. But
You can't.
I love me some Disgaea.
You can't use your Bluetooth keyboard on the Switch to type some stuff out.
I've never tried.
I know the Switch doesn't have Bluetooth. That was a joke.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I mean, those controllers link somehow.
Well,
Are they
yeah.
IR?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're Bluetooth, but I don't think you can connect Bluetooth stuff to it. Like, you can't use Bluetooth headphones with the Switch. I know that.
Makes sense. Okay.
So.
They could update that with firmware, I hope.
Yeah, as of right now, it doesn't work, but who knows? So you haven't played any of the other any of like the Neo Geo games or any of those
No.
like indies that have been out for Switch or anything like that?
No, I thought about some of that stuff. I mean, I played some Shovel Knight, but like other than that, I've mostly stayed away from the digital stuff. I like the Joy-Cons pretty well, but that feels like a terrible way to play a fighting game, and so I've stayed away from a lot of those and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I don't use the single Joy-Cons to play the fighting games, but I have all of the Neo Geo fighting games on my Switch, except for Fatal Fury 1. It's like the only one I don't have that's available. And King of Fighters 99 just came out today, so I just got that.
Nice.
Because I'm a sucker for those games. And I bought Galaxy Fighters that came out last week also, which is it looks like a Genesis game almost. And
I've read mixed reviews of that game.
I'm having a hard time getting into it actually, because I get my ass kicked like on the first guy, even on like easiest mode. So I don't know what's going on with that game, but it's not my favorite. But after playing like Mark of the Wolves and going to that, it's hard to, because Mark of the Wolves is so good.
Oh, it's such a good game.
But I actually like using the dog face controller better for fighting games than the Pro Controller, because
interesting.
Because the pad feels weird to me on the Pro Controller. I don't know what it is.
Is it too high up?
Yeah, it's almost like it sticks out too much, or the way it clicks is weird.
It's got a lot of action, as you would see in the controller world.
But, it doesn't, I find it harder to do rolls on that than it is to do it on the dog face controller, which is weird because I thought it'd be better on the Pro Controller, but I actually ended up liking the older setup better for that type of thing. So
I just find it hard to go back because I have gotten so used to playing on fight sticks, and obviously there are none for the Switch yet. So.
Oh yeah, well I've never gone there, so I don't need to worry about that.
It's great, but you won't be able to go back, and that's a problem.
Well, I mean, I like the digital pad stuff, so that's kind of what I've stuck to. I never got a fight stick because most of the time they're really expensive. And
yeah.
I mean, I thought about it, but I looked into some ones for PS3 and they were like $300, and I'm like, I'm not going to get one of those. But maybe
I see like videos online of people making their own fight sticks, and it's very fascinating. Not that I have that skill, but people would go nuts making their own fight sticks to like get it perfect.
Yeah. Did you, speaking of fight sticks and fighters and stuff, I saw that Capcom, tomorrow Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2 comes out for the Switch. Mm-hmm. And apparently Capcom says they're gauging their involvement in the Switch on that game, on the sales of that game.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
But at the same time, I just saw an announcement showing that they were going to bring Monster Hunter Double Cross to Switch, which is awesome. Like, I'm super excited.
Of course they're going to bring Monster Hunter games to the Switch.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I hadn't seen like anybody actually say it, and now they're saying it. So, and that's the game that's out in Japan right now that hasn't come out yet. It's a sequel to. It's like a better version of Generations, because Generations was X or Cross or whatever in Japan, and then Double Cross is the one after that. So that's coming to Switch as well. It came to 3DS in March, like right around the time of the launch of the Switch. I don't know. I don't think there's a release date for it yet, but I'm excited about that.
Yeah, the Monster Hunter news is definitely exciting. However, I hadn't heard that thing about Capcom, and they keep doing this with their fighting games. Like on the previous generation, they had the Darkstalkers like HD collection or whatever, and they're like, we're gonna gauge interest for new Darkstalkers based on the HD collection of these ancient games.
Yeah.
And no one bought them because no one wants an HD collection of these ancient fighting games that have aged poorly. And they're like, well, I guess no one wants Darkstalkers. It's like, no, that was a bad test, you guys.
Yeah. Well, it's a bad test.
As is the the Street Fighter to me.
It's a bad test for that too.
Like a shit version of Street Fighter, honestly.
Yeah, and it's $40. It's like it's a little. I mean, I want to check it out because I'm a sucker for Street Fighter 2, and I have way too many copies of it. But it's like, $40 is a bit much, and I don't know.
I mean, when we played it at the demo event, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it works fine, but
it didn't
you don't
seem
want to
like
pay
there was a whole
for
lot of like characters. It didn't seem like there was a whole lot of like variety to it.
Oh, but that's all. They're all the characters, man. They're all in there.
I know.
But they added, like, their two new characters are just Evil Ken and Evil Ryu. I know it's Violent Ken, but, like, come on.
Yeah. Kuma's still not in there, right? Or is he in there?
I think he should be. I'm not clear on which version of... I mean, Akuma was in Street Fighter 2. I'm not sure which...
I thought he was in...
Championship
He was in Super Street Fighter 2.
He was in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Was the one that he was in.
Oh, really? He wasn't even in the original Super Street Fighter 2?
No. That was because that was just T-Hawk, Fei Long, Cammy, and DJ.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he wasn't in there. But there was another version after that, the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, an arcade that had Akuma in it. I know that because you can unlock him on the Turbo Revival game on Game Boy Advance that has super moves. You can unlock him on that. And that's pretty much the same version as Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So he's on that. But yeah, I don't know if he's on this version.
Well, because this version's just straight up Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know.
I guess,
but it has all the guys from. But it has all the guys from Super
are in there, but they weren't from Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, but like Cammy and DJ and all them, they weren't originally in Street Fighter 2 either, but they're in there.
I just checked. Akuma is in Ultra.
He is?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, sweet. Now I can get it. No. I actually did.
Kuma Matata.
I mean, I thought about it for a second. I mean, because I checked online, because normally they put it up early at 11, and it wasn't on there yet. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the HD version on the PS3. Like, it's like, kind of looks the same. And I'm not really a big fan of that style of graphics that they use. I'd rather just play it in the old 16-bit
Same.
And all that. But, you know, it has online play, right? At least, doesn't it? Or does it not?
Yes,
version?
it does.
Yeah, it's tempting to try it for that, but still for $40 it seems like a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
If it was 20, I'd go for it quicker. But and since you can buy like you could buy like 4 Neo Geo games for the same price online on the Switch shop, then you know you should just do that.
Just get Metal Slug and Goro and you're good.
Or you could get like King of Fighters 98.99 and like
98 was really good.
and like Waku 7 and Waku Waku 7 and Mark of the Wolves, and you're good to go. Those are all great games. But yeah, that one came out tomorrow.
Man, I can't wait to switch back and forth between the graphical styles like over and over again.
Do you think you can do that like on the fly, like you could for Monster Hunter 3? Because that'd be cool.
I hope so.
They add an extra button, like maybe if you click in like the R stick, it'll like switch back and forth.
Yeah, if you could switch the music too, like in Wonder Boy, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Do it right as your fireball's about to hit to make it harder to block.
Yeah, right. It's like, what's going on? Oh no, now I'm in HD mode. Damn it. Oh, there's
I can't. First person Hadoukens, man. I'm all about it.
the way of the Hado, or the Hado, however you pronounce it. That's that thing. Which I heard, definitely expectedly, it doesn't work very well.
What?
The first place in Hadoken, as expected. But, you know, you got to try it out for yourself, see how well it works. The Global Test Punch happens tomorrow for ARMS. Are you guys planning on doing that if you have time? I don't think I can do it until like Saturday morning. Like,
yeah, I'm also going to have trouble fitting time. And the other thing is I don't know that I need to be sold anymore. I think I'm in, so.
I'm in, but I want to play it online and see. I want to try the non-motion control. I want to try it like with the controller and see how
That's
that works.
a good point.
Which there was something leaked showing like what buttons do what on that, but I'm not sure which one it is. But I want to try it. Yeah, tomorrow at 7 is like the first test punch.
Oh god.
But I don't think I'll be able to do it until like 7 in the morning on Saturday. But yeah, it's like it's 7 p.m. on Friday, and then at 7 a.m. Then there's one at 1, and there's another one at 7, and on Sunday there's one at 7 a.m. and 1. So I'll try to do like the 7 a.m. and 1 o'clock ones if I can, and then they're doing it again the week after that.
I'll probably do the 1 o'clock one on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, so
I may have to count on you guys' report on how that goes because I may be too busy. But
you should try it out though. I mean, I already downloaded the demo thing for it, so I can just hop on whenever it starts.
Yeah, I'd love to give it a shot. I'll see if I have time. But
it will be weird to use the Joy-Cons again because they've just been anchored to my Switch for a couple months now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Can you use yours? Didn't you have trouble with one of your Joy-Cons, Jeremy?
Well, it just pops out.
Oh yeah, it just comes out
when it's docked, but that's fine for obviously.
Yeah,
it's
it
fine
still
when
works
it's on
though.
its own.
Yeah, you can't. Do you know if you can do like 2-player online for that game for ARMS on the Test Punch? Probably not, right?
Probably not.
Because I know you can. I know you can for the regular game.
I mean, even if I could, I guess I don't know who would play with me because I think it would have to be local.
Yeah, and you have to.
It doesn't talk about making
more,
any kind of rooms or anything.
Yeah, you have to get more Joy-Con also. Get yourself some Joy-Con.
Yeah, no thanks. I don't need them yet. If ARMS is like completely spectacular and I want to like use it as a party game, that might be what sells me on a couple of new. Well, those Joy-Cons are pretty sharp looking too.
Get some yellow ones. I think we
they're
forgot.
Pretty hot.
I think we forgot to mention the green and pink ones from last week. It
Yeah.
was like a Japan Splatoon 2 thing. I know we forgot to mention that. So
So Japan gets special Joy-Cons, but we don't?
I mean, I think it was only
Splatoon?
advertised there so far. I'm sure it'll come out here.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's hope.
there's a Pro Controller too that was like green and purple as well, or green and pink for Splatoon 2.
That's smart.
How is the?
I see them everywhere. Pro controllers are everywhere.
Yeah, I was just in Target today and I saw some, but I saw physical Disgaea 5s too sitting around at
I
Target.
have not seen
so
those.
they got those.
Wild.
Seen those. Didn't see any systems, of course, but I saw Joy-Con holders, but no Joy-Cons. So they had those. I've
seen a lot of Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Was there anything else from the news that I missed for this week?
I mean, did you talk about the RPG?
Which RPG?
Rabbids?
Oh yeah, Rabbids. Well, I didn't. So yeah, there's a big thing. So apparently there's some artwork leaked from Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Have you seen that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's the game that no one wanted, but there it is. So that's a real thing, right? I was really hoping like so much that didn't actually exist. That the Mario...
I mean, I guess it's fine for games to exist rather than not exist. I think it's going to be terrible, but whatever, I guess.
I can't wait to be the hashtag lady.
Hashtag sassy, hashtag no filter.
Yeah, her. That's my character.
Oh, yeah.
Who said that?
I like how Yoshi's title is the explosive head. I don't know what that means. I hope it's not sexual.
Yeah, the only one that even kind of makes sense is Mario.
Yeah.
He's just like listed as the leader or something like that, I think.
It doesn't, they're going to have to debut a pretty amazing trailer for me to have any faith in that, but.
Well, they're probably going to dedicate a whole day to it at E3. We talked about that before. That's why Mario Odyssey only has one day, because they need like 2 more days for Mario plus Rabbids.
That makes sense. Okay.
And they all have arm cannons now, pretty much. They all have Mega Busters in that picture.
Seems like it.
Yeah, that's their answer to Metroid, I guess. It's like Mario Kart 8, where it's like, oh, we won't make a sequel to F-Zero. We'll just make Mario Kart like F-Zero. Same thing. It's like, we won't make a sequel to Metroid, but we'll put a gun on Mario's arm and have him fight rabbits. Here you go.
Hit down twice as Mario and turn into a red thing called the Gorf Ball.
Maybe like Ubisoft has like supported Nintendo at so many times when they were low that they just owe it to Ubisoft. They're like, all right, here you go.
They're like, hey man, can you make anybody like those dumb rabbits that scream all the time? Sure.
Well, there's a new Minions movie about to come out. We should use our characters that are a lot like them.
Yeah. Is that why they did it? I don't know.
It's a guess of mine.
It makes sense, I guess. I mean, those guys are annoying too.
They're kind of the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be a turn-based RPG game, was what I've heard. I don't know.
It's supposed to be turn-based for 65% of the time, and then 35% of the time you're exploring. But you're not actually directly controlling the heroes, I guess. I don't know how that works.
Oh, that sounds awful. How do you not directly control the heroes?
Not during exploration. That's what this little leaked.
Do you have to kind of like think?
Picture I'm looking at.
Do you have to like think where they're going and hope that they go that way?
I think so. I think the Joy-Con, like the HD Rumble, can read your thoughts.
Yeah,
that's where the vitality sensor went.
Yeah, it went into the Joy-Con. You like move your you know that camera that's on the bottom of the right Joy-Con? You just put that in front of your head, and it'll read your thoughts. And
I hear you have to it has to go through the roof of your mouth, so you actually kind of jam it in your mouth a little bit.
That sounds like
you start doing some Peter Frampton shit.
That sounds like a fun thing to do. Yeah, fucking Mario Rabbids. I've seen a lot of like memes and edits of that picture of them jumping around.
I think my favorite edit that I saw was where they just deleted everyone but Mario and Luigi and Peach.
Yeah, where they just took all the rabbits out and it just says Mario. Just says Mario Kingdom Battle. It's just him standing there shooting the sky with his Mega Buster. I
do like the Bullet Bill Mega Buster. I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool.
Yeah,
Luigi seems to have he's replaced his vacuum gun with like a blow dryer with the same tip on it.
Oh yeah. Well, the vacuum gun can blow as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see more of that in a couple weeks when we get to E3.
I'm willing to give it a try. I mean, I played Color Splash. You know.
You did. Play
you're
Color
a glutton
Splash.
for punishment.
Well,
I really am.
You played it all the way through. I mean, I played it.
I beat that shit
partially. Yeah.
Christ.
I beat that shit more than once too. I went back and beat it again, thinking I might get a better ending, doing it differently, and it didn't change anything.
You went back and got all the memories for Color Splash.
Yeah, I went.
You went back and were like, that hurt the first time, but the nerves must be dead by now, right? No.
You're like, I should play those Rochambeau levels like a whole bunch more time.
It wasn't so much that it hurt as it just like numbed me. It was like playing Novocaine.
Yeah.
As a video game. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looked great and the story was not good. I mean, well, yeah, it kind of sucked.
I thought the story was the best part about it. Or was there one?
My favorite part is when the Mario Kart shows up for just a second.
Yeah.
Spoilers!
Oh, man. And I was going to play through the rest of that later.
You really should go back. Make sure you start it over again because you don't want to forget the story.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I did find that I ended up beating Zelda in a similar way in that I just loaded up on items. Which I actually, once I fought the boss a few times, I realized I didn't need all those items, but I still loaded up on them because I could. And that's exactly what I did in Color Splash. I just got all the strongest cards I could and just spammed the boss with the same card over and over again.
For sure.
I mean, it was terrible, but it was terrible, but it worked.
Yeah, I mean, if that got you through.
It sure did.
You didn't use the right item card or whatever it takes to get through there?
There's no special item card to beat the final boss.
Yeah, because I know all of them have like a special thing that you have to use. Like I got stuck on one part because I couldn't find a star or didn't find the star. And I just kept fighting guys
there
over
wasn't
and over
a
and over
card
again.
for
It didn't
the
work.
last boss that way.
Yeah. But enough about Color Splash. Is there anything else that you want to talk about news before we get into the games? I felt like I had more stuff, but I forget.
I know, me too, man. But I'm not seeing much of it right now. The Rabbids was the big one, of course.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we covered that.
I mean, I saw there's like a game called Sega Forever that somebody talked about on subreddit. Whatever that means.
I guess sales are still really going really well for the Switch. I mean, that's no big surprise to anyone, I think.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's outpacing the Wii right now, but it's probably mostly based on its lineup. It actually has a lot of good games.
And also the Wii had a really bad hardware shortage.
It sure did. And this one's got a shortage too, but I don't think it's going to be as ridiculous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you work at Walmart, so have you seen a lot like in the wild, like working there?
You mean like people using them?
No, of any just sitting on the shelves that you guys get.
No, they don't stay on shelves.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any either.
Yeah, because I mentioned it in past episodes, but I found one at Target. I found like one just sitting on a shelf, and I called a friend, and she came and bought it. But that's the only time I've seen one just sitting out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they pretty much go within the day of us getting them usually.
I'm sure a lot of people call in for them.
I haven't seen any more NES Classics. I've been keeping an eye out for them, but haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any NES classes, but I actually bought a couple NES games this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some used ones. I bought a Pinbot and a Pinball Quest for a couple dollars each at the local record shop. And I was just playing a Pinbot earlier just to try it out. And it's a Rare game, which is pretty awesome. It's made by Rare.
That's right.
Is it? It's not the RPG one, is it?
No, I bought that. Well, Pinball Quest, I got Pinball Quest and Pinbot. But Pinbot is made by Rare. Pinball Quest is the RPG one. But they were both like $3, so I tried them out. But Pinbot actually works really well, and it's made by Rare. It was made in '88. So.
Cool. Is it supposed to be like a more realistic pinball game?
It's based off the pinball game Pinbot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an actual game. There's also a Bride of Pinbot as well. I played both of them, but yeah, it's an old pinball game. But it's a pretty good representation. It's cool because like it actually moves. You know, like the camera moves like up and down the pinball table, but it shows your flippers at all times at the bottom, so it does like sort of a split screen thing as you play.
Yeah, cool.
But it's cool. Have you guys bought anything this week other than Disgaea 5?
I mean, I bought Stellaris on PC, but that's not Nintendo. So.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. It's okay to mention your non-Nintendo. I finally bought Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain on Steam because it was on sale.
Oh, you wanted that?
Or no,
game?
it was on actually it was on the Humble Shop, but they gave me a Steam code, so I got it for $15. I've seen it for around that price before, but I finally bought it. I don't even know if it's done downloading. I started downloading it last night, but I did get a hold of I had mentioned a couple episodes ago that I was buying a DSi XL.
Yeah.
That didn't work. Because the charging port's fucked up on it. Like, seriously, it's like someone put a screwdriver in there and there's been everything to shit. But I was like, well, how will I ever know if it works? What I ended up doing was I bought another DSi XL because I wanted one that worked. Well, turns out it is just the charging port because I switched the batteries out and it works great. And so now I've got two working DSi XLs. Just only one can charge batteries. So, one, you can just like switch them out or whatever. If you want to keep playing it. But I've been using that to play Starfy a little bit. Starfy's kind of a fun game, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Have you played Starfy?
No.
It was a late release DS game. Came out in...
Isn't Starfy...
2009.
Is that a Sega game?
No, it's a Nintendo. It's a first-party game.
Oh, is it?
It reminds me a little bit of Kirby.
Who was the Sega guy that sounded like that? It was a virtual console game?
Rystar?
Rystar, yeah. That one.
Yeah.
That's
not him.
That's
Starfy's a lot like Kirby. He doesn't eat things, but he's like super cute. He floats and flies and swims and shoots out bursts of water.
Weren't there some Game Boy Advance Starfy games?
You know what? You're probably right. So it probably didn't. It's the one I have is the one that came out on the one that came out in the DS, which I thought was the first one released in the US.
It might be in the U.S. I don't know. I don't know where this information is coming from. My brain's just like, that rings a bell. And I do remember it. Like, I feel like when this came out, they were talking about how it had been in Japan for a little while, which is often the case. Yep.
But yeah, it's fun. It's a really, really bright, cartoony game, so it looks nice on those screens. And So I've been playing that a little bit, and
Did you
I haven't gone back to 999, but it's sitting in my DS ready to play.
Did you just get Starfy, or did you already have it?
Oh, I already had Starfy, but I was just trying to find something that'd be fun to play on the giant screens.
Oh,
That's
sure.
such a bright, cartoony thing that it looks great.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice. I forgot to mention, I ended up buying that Thumper game, the rhythm game.
Oh, you bought Thumper?
Yeah, I was going to mention that. And it's incredibly hard, but it looks really cool. Have you guys looked into that at all, or have you seen it? I know it was a PlayStation VR launch game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm acquainted, but I haven't played it myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to try it out just because it looks so cool, and I like rhythm games. And it's $20, but it's I don't know. It took me a bit to get used to, but it has you hit like one button. And you hit like the A button to like, at certain times, and you hold it and you like turn into these walls in different parts to try to time that out. And there's like bosses too that you fight. So it's like a progression, like a level progression, but it looks really cool because all the bosses have like multiple arms and they all kind of look like tentacles and stuff as you go. And it looks pretty dark. Like one of the bosses that I was fighting is like this big giant like skull looking head with like burning eyes, and it has like its mouth open and all that. So it's definitely worth checking out if you want to drop $20 on a rhythm game.
If it were $10, I probably would have bought it by now. But yeah, I've been super hesitant, especially since I dropped the money on Minecraft like a dum-dum.
Oh,
I haven't really played that much, and
yeah,
that was $30 I dropped there. So
well,
I
Minecraft,
probably will
though.
buy the full version of Disgaea.
Sure,
it's probably gonna be my next purchase.
Yeah, I would say that because it's $60. But if you wanted to spend $80, you can get that one too. I'm still kind of working through it. It's difficult, but I find it a little bit easier to play in handheld than on the TV because I can see it better. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that real quick. So yeah, let's take a break and then we'll talk about Fire Emblem and Disgaea.
We'll be right back.
So, which one do you want to get into first? Disgaea or Fire Emblem?
Up to y'all. Your show.
All right, let's go
alphabetical order.
Do you want to do Disgaea first?
That's the one I know the most about. I didn't play the new Fire Emblem, but
okay,
either one's fine with me.
We'll do Disgaea first. That's fine. That's the one that I can't really say much about because I just played like one level of the demo, but I had just gotten Fire Emblem Echoes, so I was too interested in Fire Emblem than Disgaea, so I kind of just like I kind of zoned out on it. I was like, I'll play this later. So I played a little part of it, and one thing that really bothers me about that game, and I'm sure you get used to it later, is I hate that everything's like diagonal, like the viewpoint. It's all like isometric. That drives me crazy. I wish you could switch it to where it's just like just regular grid. It makes it weird for me to like move the characters around and all that. I preferred that it wasn't so diagonal. But that's my thoughts on that game. And from playing a lot of Fire Emblem, it's just like getting used to like setting everybody else up to attack and then saying like, and then like making the whole, make it all go at once. That's just something to get used to. But it's just how the game plays. But I haven't played any of the other ones, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, what do you think? I mean, I'll have to chip in at the end as the series vet. But what do you think, Jeremy?
What do you think about the demo?
I like it so far. It reminds me of Fire Emblem. What I've played of it, it reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics, what I've played of that. But I don't know, something about the story of it is really fun. It keeps me wanting to play to see what they say to each other. A little bit, it reminds me a little bit of like the Tales games, like the way they like have their little conversations as they go, and just like how so far I've only got the two characters because it's the demo. Well, the two main characters that talk, and they're both just like caricature kind of. I don't know. Both of them are kind of to the extreme of like one just doesn't give a shit and the other one's like totally megalomaniacal and egocentric or whatever. But they're cool, and I like the way they talk to each other and the little micro, what do they call it, the pocket underworld. That's kind of cool. I like how that's all set up, and yeah, I definitely like it. And the battles are fun. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to throw both of you because I like how you can throw people around, just extend your range a whole lot.
It's pretty. Once you get some elaborate, like I have a long history with this series, and you get to a point where like you're picking up and throwing people into other people's hands so they catch them and then they throw them into someone else's hands, and you just sort of baton pass someone across the entire map, and that's pretty fun.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, wow.
And then you can pick up a whole stack of people too, which I don't know if there's a benefit to that I haven't figured out yet. But
I don't know yet if the stack mechanics are fully in this one, but in previous ones you could like stack up your entire team and then attack, and your entire team would do this weird like stretching, bending, like snake tower attack that was weird as hell and really funny. So
this game's definitely weird as hell. So
the sense of humor in these games is just it's great. It's one of the reasons you should come to it. Like, there's a character in this game that you'll meet later who is cursed that they have to eat curry all the time or they'll die. There's a character who recurs a lot. My favorite character from Disgaea, who's her name is Asagi, and she was in, like, I think Disgaea 2. You could sort of do like a secret level to fight her, and the secret level was called like Meet the Next Protagonist. And then she never got her own game, and she just started appearing as a secret character in everyone else's games, trying to kill the main character and take over, and it's just weird as hell and really funny. So,
wow,
it's funny.
Yeah, that's cool. If they do like a running joke of that she never got her own game, so she's pissed off at the main guy.
Yeah, she really
trying to take him out.
Eventually, she just has a complete psychotic breakdown. So I hope maybe now in Disgaea 5, she's finally found her peace. We'll see. I'll meet her eventually, but. Yeah, last time I saw her, she was really losing her mind from never getting her own game.
Well, yeah, I understand.
Colin, do you know if when I'm done with this, when I get the full game, is the demo, like, is that some progress I've made already, or am I starting over again?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I saw two different things. I saw some people saying that you can transfer it, or that you can transfer it to the regular game, and I saw some people saying that you can't. So I don't know. I take it you didn't play the demo at all before you bought the regular version, Colin?
Yeah, no, I was when I heard that this was coming with like part of the Switch announcement. When I heard Disgaea for Switch, I was already bought in, so I didn't need a demo.
Oh, did you get it? Did you import it, or did you buy it from here?
I bought it from here. I wanted to be able to read the text. So.
Oh, well, I mean, it was, you could actually import it and it would like switch over to English. Cause I had an English version on there. We talked about that before. Like, if you would have imported it, it would, it had like full English voice acting, and it would automatically switch to English. If you put it on an English system. So I thought about buying it early, but then I didn't. But yeah, you could have gotten it like months in advance if you got the Japanese import. It's pretty cool.
Right. It came out pretty close to launch in Japan.
Yeah, it was
in the first week or two, I think.
Yeah, it was something like that. Because I ended up buying a Puyo Puyo Tetris. I bought that in Japanese, which that isn't the case. You have to play it in Japanese, which is fine. I mean, those type of games I can figure out what's going on without the text. Mm-hmm. So that's why I had no problem buying that, because it's a puzzle game and I can play it, and then I can play it on like launch day. And that's the only cartridge I have for the system.
Well, you also had the experience of playing the demo, this Japanese demo, and you knew, at least in the demo, it was playable.
Oh yeah, well, I'd already ordered it before the demo, before I got a hold of the demo. Yeah, I ordered it before the system came out, because I wanted to get it when I got the system.
Oh damn,
yeah,
nice.
But
that's right, I remember.
But it took like a week or so for it to get here.
You talked about that.
But yeah,
so it's not so bad for coming all the way across the pond.
Yeah, I mean, it took a bit longer than I thought, but it finally got here. I think it took like a couple weeks or something.
The one thing I will say, if you are of a mind to grind, and this is your first Disgaea, this game can be as deep as you want it to. You can play for like 30, 40 hours and beat the single player campaign and be done. Or you can go deep and level up to level 9999 and then reclass. Like, this game can go forever if you want it to.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So
I think this is definitely a game I want to get digital.
Yeah,
because I just would like to always be able to switch over to it when I feel like playing it.
Makes sense. Yeah,
sure. So you're saying that you're getting enough bang for your buck for it, for sure. It's worth $60.
I think on Disgaea 1, I'm not even that hardcore, but on Disgaea 1, I think I spent 250 hours. So yes.
Oh geez. What was your count for Zelda when you beat that?
Gosh, I think it was like 40 something.
For Breath of the Wild?
I think.
Because I think I'm 200 something for that, and I haven't even beat it.
Yeah, I at a certain point I got really objective minded. Once I did the first dungeon, like I did all the towers and I did a bunch of shrines and did the first dungeon, and I just did all the dungeons back to back. Cause
how many shrines do you have? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. I'm gonna guess like 50 or 60. Not a ton.
Yeah, but enough to get through, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you get all the hearts?
No.
Like you didn't max out your hearts?
Well, no, you can't with 50 or 60, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably not. How much?
I've got I think I'm sitting at 88 is how many I have. So, and I put about 150 hours in, I think is what the Switch is telling me. But I've also gotten I've been trying to get all the armor and all the special items and I don't know. The game's fun enough that I keep going back to it at least every couple of days to just fuck around with parts of it. Because I've still got loose ends. I still got loose ends where I know there's stuff I can get that I just never finished the first time around. So I like the Thunder Plateau. I never finished that. I'm gonna go back to that soon and finish that. Or I still haven't found that goddamn Blood Moon shrine that everyone talks about.
Yeah, I feel like...
Oh yeah, I got there.
For me, it was I beat the game, and then I went back into the world, and it was, reverted to before I beat the game. And there was something about that just felt like a bummer to me. It was sort of, I wanted to see that, the fact that I beat the game reflected in the world somehow, and then it didn't really took the wind out of my sails, and I didn't really want to screw around anymore.
Oh, you wanted the world to have changed?
And it didn't need to have changed significantly, but it's just and now Hyrule Tower is not covered in black shit. Okay, fine, that's plenty. But it just felt, that fight was a heck of a thing, and I was expecting a bit more of a nod, I guess.
Oh, well, maybe DLC.
Yeah, DLC.
Maybe. I will totally come back for DLC.
I mean, if they did a DLC and it's now you get to walk around in the world with it, with it
it
after
does
you beat it,
it
that'd
does
be
put
cool.
a star next to your save file, so it
That's
knows
true.
that you've beaten the game. That's the change that I was like, that's something at least.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after I'd beaten it the first time, I didn't have all the memories, so I had to beat it again. And the second time I played it was a breeze. The final boss was a breeze because I already knew what to do. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll probably go back and beat it a couple more times just for fun. I think the last boss is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to Disgaea. How much time have you put in Disgaea 5? I know it's only been out a couple days, but
12 hours so far.
Oh, okay.
So
and it's,
I imagine a lot more to come. So.
And now this game was already out for other systems, right?
Yes, it was.
But you haven't played it on the other ones?
I really like playing Disgaea Portable.
Oh, okay.
I think it's way more fun that way because you can knock out grinding while waiting for the bus or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I like that way better. So no, I didn't end up getting 5 on PS4. Or PS3, I forget which one it was.
Yeah, I know it was released already, but I don't remember what it was. Might have been PS4. Disgaea 1, what system was that on?
It was PS2, PSP, and DS, actually.
Oh, shit, it was on DS? Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't played any of them other than, briefly on the demo, but I've heard people talk of them. How long has it been around for? If it was probably in the 2000s then, right? Was when Disgaea 1 came out?
2003, so.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's only 14 years. It's not that long.
So then, what was 2 on PS3 and
2 was PS2, 3 was PS3, 4 was PS3, I think, and then 5 was DS, and then there are some spin-offs in the middle of there.
Oh, okay. Were any of the other ones portable? Were 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, so far, 1, 2, 3, and 4 have all come out portably for various systems. There was a sequel to Disgaea 1 called Disgaea Dimension 2 that has only ever come out on PS3, I think, and that's a real bummer. And then there are there was a visual novel and 2 hardcore platformers that came out on the PSP that I also have because I'm a crazy person. But
oh wow,
were there any Vita games? Did they do anything on Vita?
Yeah, 3 and 4 were Vita.
Oh, cool. So that seems like it'd be good. So,
it was great.
The Switch is like the new Vita in a lot of ways. So,
or
what the Vita wanted to be.
Yeah, I was going to say that's really hurtful, Jeremy. Don't say things you can't take back.
Yeah,
that's what the Vita wanted to be. What the Switch is kind of doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think Sega or Sony kind of tried to do that. They did it with the PSP too, trying to do the transferring. I don't think they call it transferring yet, but switching one thing to another and all that. It just never worked as seamlessly because on the PSP you can do that where you buy any of the PlayStation 1 games that you would buy off of the PSN. You could transfer from the PlayStation 3 to the PSP, and you could transfer your saves and all that. And I've done that because I have a PSP. Mm-hmm. And it just was always kind of a hassle. It never worked as well. It's just putting it into a cradle and it's on the TV and just pulling it out, And
there was the PS TV or whatever the hell they called that thing. That was basically the guts of a Vita.
Yeah, that was on the the Vita too. Trying to play it
you
on
could
the
TV. You could plug the games, your game cards or whatever into it, play them.
I have one of those. I have never hooked it up.
And wasn't there sort of couldn't you sort of play PS4 games on the Vita through your Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. Uh-huh.
kind of. So that was like, I mean, they've been kind of trying to push this for a while, and I guess Nintendo sort of did, like with the Game Boy Advance hookups and stuff like that with GameCube, but it seemed like Sony was pushing on it for a while. What do you think about that? I mean, we'll go back to the news thing again for a second, but apparently somebody was saying that Sony's going to unveil another like handheld at E3. Have you seen any of that stuff online?
I have not, and I really think they're done with handhelds.
Yeah, I think there's no way.
I thought they were too, but people are like, oh no, what if they try to make like a portable PS4 that's more like the Switch? I was like, well,
yeah, I don't think
PS3.
Yeah, I don't think you can get the power of the PS. Sorry, I don't want to sound like a Sony marketer here, but like I don't think you could get a PS4's guts into a handheld right now. I don't think it's doable.
Yeah. No, I don't either.
Sure. Yeah, no, I don't. I've just heard people talking about it, saying like that there's, they're going to unveil some sort of crazy portable thing.
I think Sony's learned their lesson. They just can't. The PSP did okay, right? The PSP wasn't.
It did pretty well, actually.
Failure, and it did a lot better in Japan than it did in the U.S. But in Europe, it probably did okay in Europe. But the Vita. I think the Vita would have done really well, except like the support wasn't there for it.
Yeah, there just wasn't any follow through on the Vita.
And so, if they were giving up on their like first party system that soon into his life, why would they do another handheld?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, because maybe they just don't want to give up the ghost. They're just like, we need to have a handheld for some reason. I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got their own phones and stuff, which are essentially already kind of high-powered handhelds.
But they don't have buttons.
They don't have buttons.
Most importantly.
That's true.
So how many missions were there, like, on the demo? Like, Jeremy? Like,
how many missions?
Or like, how many levels or whatever that you play through?
I want to say there were, like, 5, maybe.
Oh, okay. Because I did whatever the first one was, and then I got to, like, the hub, like the regular hub.
Uh-huh.
And I bought, like, a new weapon or something, and then I saved there. And I didn't get into another one. But
I got all the way to the end, and I found another, we're some special kind of demon, because everyone's demons, but whatever we are, we're like a special class of demons.
Mm-hmm.
And this other guy that I ran to was in the same class. He's some kind of fire guy, and he says super after everything. So he's like, I'm super glad to meet you. What are you super saying? It's really weird how he like interjects super into his dialogue, but he does. And he's supposedly a playable character, and that's where the demo ended. So he was the quote unquote boss of the first set of stages, which is kind of strange because he was fighting against the enemies I was fighting too, but then he also came over and started attacking me. He was just fighting everyone.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they abridged things for the demo, but he, God, what's her name? Safina or something? Yeah. Your lady friend that you're with.
That is Safina.
He and she have a family beef going back generations.
Oh, okay. No, they left that out.
Okay. Yeah. No, they don't like each other.
But essentially, yeah, he joins the fold or whatever, even though he was just attacking me. And then, he was attacking my penguins, so maybe they don't count as my party.
Nobody cares about penguins in that world. Penguins, you can murder 1 million penguins, no one cares.
Yeah, you use them as weapons and they blow up. But I think that's really cool too. But, so, like, it was exciting. It's like, now he's a playable character, and then that was the end of the demo. But I will say the one thing that kind of throws me off about this game, and I haven't really figured it out, maybe there's some way to do it. I'd like to be able to actively see, like, if I'm, like, buying a weapon, how much that increases my power and what character that works best on and all that, like, before I buy it. And I haven't found a good way to do that.
Like, it doesn't.
That's something I've gotten used to in the old Final Fantasy games, like, where
like it doesn't
show
stats.
I'm going to buy a new weapon, I want to see what the advantage is and who uses it.
Well, in Disgaea, anyone can equip anything, but some items are bad for some people. So yeah, it is a little more complicated that way.
But
even if there was just like a live menu that like I didn't have to equip it.
I think there is that, but it's the UI is better than it was in previous Disgaea games, but it's still a little bit confusing. So I think it's there and you'll get used to it.
Yeah. I think the streamlined nature of other RPGs of this sort that I've played makes me wish because like I beat all the missions, but it lets you stay in the world, and then there's some character that lets you get side missions or whatever they're called. Mm-hmm. And so I've been playing those, and those are more like objective based in the sense like one of them was play the first level again, but defeat all the enemies in one turn. Like that was one of them. That was kind of fun to like figure out how to defeat all the enemies in one turn without them even getting a chance to attack back. But then there's also weird ones like handle a penguin or whatever. And I'm like, well, I thought I already did that, but it wouldn't like complete the quest. So I don't know if there's a certain character I have to have pick up a penguin. But yeah, sure. But they're all they're all objective based. So I haven't completed all those, but I only have 4 or 5 of those weird side ones left. And you can keep grinding the other ones if you want and get more money and buy all the items. But at this point, I think I'd rather just play the real game. If I'm gonna grind, I want to like have payout for it and not just be getting the most out of this demo, I guess, so to speak. Because I mean, it is free, but I can't go any further.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't carry over, then it's like you might as well just start on the other one.
Exactly. But it definitely gives me that urge to grind, which I love in an RPG.
Nice.
Sure. So, is there any sort of permadeath in this one? Like your characters can get killed and they come back, or
it doesn't seem
how does
like
that work?
Yeah, no permadeath whatsoever.
They all go back to the hospital in the pocket netherworld.
Even the penguins that nobody cares about, if they die, do they come back?
Yep.
Well, you in fact need that because anytime you throw them, they will explode and die.
Okay.
Yep. And you actually have to use them to clear barriers and stuff. Well, at least I think eventually, maybe.
You can throw other people over them, but that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, and then it also causes splash damage to like the surrounding squares, so that's nice. You can, hurt a bunch of enemies at once with a well-timed penguin throw. But the penguins can't pick up people; they can only pick up other other monsters. I think. Mm-hmm. I think that's one like little stipulation with the pings. But they're good at taking care of each other. You can kind of have the penguins doing their own thing on the side while you're like fighting the main guys. I guess that's kind of what I've been doing with them. Because you can go and you can recruit new heroes. You like buy your characters pretty much, and you name them and you choose their class and all that. And so I've got I've got my healer and I've got my witch or whatever it's called that can do like long distance attacks, and I've got my fighter that's like up close and all that. So I've got like a solid team. And this tutorial told me that's the team I should have, so that's why I have that team. But I don't know, this game seems like it's got a lot of depth to it, so I look forward to playing it, the real version.
You should definitely pick it up if you're into it. I mean, you fully recommend it, I'm sure, right, Colin?
Yeah, for sure. Big fan.
And it will be fun to play on the go. But like I said, I want the digital version because I learned with Zelda and Mario Kart that I can't actively switch between the two, and that's a little frustrating because I feel like those games would go well together in that sense. But with Disgaea, or Disgaea, however you say it, I could do that with either of them and switch back and forth, so that'll be fun.
Have you been digital or physical on your Switch, Colin?
Pretty much all carts, not for Shovel Knight, but other than that.
And how is that? Like, do you like switching them?
It's been fine. I've got a little carrying case that I put all the carts in, so it's like I've always got them with me anyway, so it's been okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been completely all digital. Like I said, the only card I have is Puyo Puyo, and that was all. Yeah. That was all I was planning on getting because I don't like to switch them if I don't have to.
I just get paranoid about running out of space.
You don't have? Did you buy a new card for it or no?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. I bought a 128 gig card for it, which is full now because of problems with the Switch. But that's a whole other thing. I need to reformat it because there's really like 100 some gigs that should be available.
Boy,
but. Yeah.
Is that stupid NBA game?
It's because of every time you like trying to download something and it doesn't fully download, it like creates a space for that. So if you've tried to download a bunch of stuff that hasn't fully downloaded, it has a bunch of spaces in there that you can't get rid of. Is what I understand. That's the way it works.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So, and I'm not really in a hurry to delete all the games off the card and re-download all of them. So yeah, I've been having trouble with my card memory, I guess, which sucks because I wanted to have so much of it. But yeah, I'll try some more of the demo, see what I think of it. But I've just been too deep into Fire Emblem to like get into another turn-based thing at the moment. Do you guys want to switch over to that?
Sure. How's Fire Emblem been treating you?
I like it so far. I mean, I liked it because actually what turned me on to getting it is that it was so different, and I like the changes. Like I'm into that. I like that Nintendo's making like they did the same thing with Zelda, just kind of like trying to break a lot of the stuff that they do in every game and just do it differently. I think it was you that mentioned before that Nintendo tries out a lot of things on the 3DS before they bring it into the into the console world. And I kind of felt like this with this game too. Is it like, do you think that Fire Emblem on Switch is going to have like this 3D walk around thing in it? Because I really like it, actually. I hope that it does. I think it's cool.
It's hard to say since this is a remake of Fire Emblem 2, and that Fire Emblem 2 had that dungeon crawly stuff, and they didn't really bring it forward.
It did, but that doesn't mean that they won't do it in the next Fire Emblem game.
No, for sure. I think it's going to depend a lot on sales of this, and it seems like I'm seeing not a lot of great buzz about it, which surprises me because I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, I've only heard I've heard most people talk well of it. Like there's only I guess US Gamer, like their review of it, they weren't very hot on it because they said it was incredibly hard. It gets very difficult, which I understand. Like, have you run into a Cantor yet? Have you run into one of those guys yet?
Yeah,
that's what I heard was a lot of the complaints was. And I fought my first Cantor. I fought one on a pirate ship. I'm sure you fought that same one, like in Act 2. And I can understand how it can get a little ridiculous later. Like I didn't have trouble with it, but I've been trying to like overly level my guys so I don't get stuck later. You know, because that's what I've heard. That it can get really, really difficult. And I also heard that it just because it's based on an older game, it's kind of like in that mentality to where like they want you to grind. You know, they expect you to grind. So it's kind of like, I don't know, might as well start grinding now.
For sure.
But I like how they changed the classes up. I like how you can like switch them earlier now, and you don't have to wait to max out your guy before you switch to a different class. I felt like that was a welcome addition because I always wanted to change the class like once I got able to do it, and then I found out later in Fire Emblem it's like, oh no, you got to max out your guys to 20, and then you do it later, and I get kind of impatient on that. So I like that I can just do it whenever on this, and I don't mind that they took out like the weapon triangle and all that. That doesn't necessarily bother me. I guess it'd be cool if the characters had like more than one item, but I've been enjoying it thus far. How have you felt about it?
It feels like a different thing in a way that I am enjoying, but it doesn't really feel like Fire Emblem in a lot of ways to me. Which is okay. But like the lack of the weapon triangle, the support system stuff is still there, but it's way de-emphasized.
Well, yeah,
compared to like Awakening and Fates.
Well, yeah, you can't get like married and have kids and stuff like that.
Or like have a teammate like do a second attack during your attack.
Yeah, you can't do that either.
And stuff.
Yeah, which I actually, I mean, I don't mind that that's not in there. I understand. I mean, I played enough of Awakening to know how that works. Like I did it on that. But I was kind of, I don't know. I guess I like the more old school aspect of it.
I think it's good. I just think it's a different thing, and I can see like I have seen some more negative reviews. I would say I guess middle of the road from like Kotaku and Polygon.
Oh, really?
And I think that's mainly a reaction to it not feeling like the Fire Emblem that people came to love with Awakening and Fates.
Yeah, but I thought that was a good thing. Like just so like it doesn't become too tired, you know, like when they're doing because Nintendo's like, you know, people pick on them for saying that they do the same thing in all of their franchises and that's all kind of like formulaic and all that. And I mean, I understand that it's based off an older game that was different, but I don't know. I felt like it was a breath of fresh air that it was doing things different than like, because Fates was a little overwhelming to me. I mean, having like three versions of one game like released at the same time and all that, it was kind of like, I mean, I have Birthright. I never got in, never played it, you know, because I never made it through Awakening. So for me, it like made Echoes a little bit more approachable to me, I guess, because I knew it was different enough for the other Fire Emblems that I could just dive into it and not worry about how I'd never finished any of the other ones, which I said before in our first Fire Emblem episode.
And when this was coming out, I was really worried because it was like, oh, it's, you know, it's a remake of an old Fire Emblem, and they're sort of taking the mechanics sort of back to the basics and stuff. And I got flashbacks to Shadow Dragon on DS, which I hated.
Yeah, I have that game. It's not very good. I don't like it either.
And I was like, oh man, this is just going to be another Shadow Dragon. It's like, no, they really did a good job of making this feel like its own thing and not just like boring Fire Emblem. So
yeah, and the animations are really nice on this. Like I like.
They're great.
Normally I turn off. I mean, sometimes I turn off the fights, you know, just to make things go quicker. But I've kept it on just because it looks really good. And I haven't played Fates yet, so for me I was very happy to see them having feet now, you know, because their feet were missing in the art style of Awakening. So it's good to see. It's good to see their characters with feet.
Yeah,
now.
Fates might be weird for you in the feet department. So
are their feet gone there too? I thought they brought them back.
Fates is pretty much the Awakening engine.
Yeah, but I thought they changed the art style to where like they had feet now. Like it wasn't, or is it the same as Awakening?
It's pretty close to the same.
Oh, okay.
It's a little better, but it's pretty close to the same.
But it doesn't look like the Echoes style?
No.
Because I really like the Echoes style. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, it definitely looks great. I think they did a new engine for Echoes, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, and I like the cutscenes look really good. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I think it looks really pretty. It's like so voice acted. Now they cuss. They say damn all the time in there, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, damn you. It's like, you damn fool. And as I said at the very beginning, as my nickname, I forget which guy it is. it's either like Cliff or Tobin, but one of them's like says "Come at me, fool" every time you pick him. Every time you pick him in the game.
That's Tobin. That's Tobin boy.
Yeah. Have you had success with Tobin? I've heard people saying that they don't like him or that he's weak because my character works pretty well. Like my Tobin's an archer and he's pretty strong.
My Tobin's a mercenary. I think his stats aren't amazing, but like, I like him. I'll make it work.
Because mine's actually worked really well. Like my archer Tobin, like is fairly strong. Like I haven't had any trouble with him missing or not. I don't know. Like I felt like all of my characters, I really liked all my characters with Alm, and then I had to switch over to Celica, and I just had to start all over again. I was like, oh, I miss those guys because those guys were getting really strong. But now I'm starting to get to the point where the Celica's characters are strong as well. I'm sure we're probably about the same part, right? You haven't gotten past like don't know if they meet each other or whatever happens after the second act.
No, right, same.
Yeah, but you're still enjoying it as of right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna push through and beat it. I'm having a great time.
Which guy is the one that says and I thought I was the funny one whenever he attacks other guys. I made a note of that. It's an Alm's character. So it's probably like it's either Cliff or one of the other guys. But I thought I
can hear it in my head, but I'm not sure.
I think it's a pretty hilarious like attack yell. It's like I don't even understand what it means. Like to say like, and I thought I was the funny one when you run at somebody to attack them.
Yeah, I really have a good dynamic. I think on my Alm side, my Fae is my most powerful unit. She's a cavalier, and I have buffed her stats to a crazy amount just because I really get a kick out of like having the lady be like eek as she like stabs somebody for like 20 damage.
Well, and if you didn't notice, like most of the characters like automatically attack her because they think that she's weak, and that's kind of what I was running into. Like everybody would go attack her, and she would just kill off the like one after another, like as they'd come after. On the did they not do that for you on the enemy?
No,
turn?
I wonder if it's based on class or something. Because for me, they're like running away from her.
Oh, okay. So I think she's still a cleric for me. And they always
go
and attack her, but she's super strong and she kills everybody that comes after her.
Nice.
But the enemy turn they always go and fight her.
So I haven't read any reviews of this game. Is this completely from the ground up a remake? I mean, is it modernized a lot, or would you say this holds the spirit of the original game? Like, and this is just kind of like a new veneer of polish over the top of the old game? I
think it's more remake than remaster.
Okay,
but I think there's still some older ideas. Like, I mean, the weapon triangle's gone. It's just stats.
Well, that was just like I think that was from the original game.
No, exactly. So I think like a lot of the original game's ideas are still here, but I think they've kind of been polished up for a more modern presentation. So
yeah, but the weapon triangle was gone in the original Gaiden game, but it was also gone in the Shadow Dragon, and they brought that in there. So I don't know. I mean, I guess they were going for that. And I never played the original NES game, so I don't know exactly what's all in there. But
yeah, me either.
But I mean, sure they have the part where you said there's a part where you can roam around and run into guys and go into battles pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I like the way they did it on this with the 3D walking around. Like I said earlier, you can cut grass. You can cut grass in the shrines or in the dungeon areas. And you can actually find like silver coins in them, like the little grass parts. And you can like attack the enemies also, like when they come at you, so there'll be a little bit of life taken away from them.
Yeah, like a Persona game.
Yeah, and you're playing with the old 3DS, right?
Mm-hmm.
On this, so does that still work okay? Like you don't have a second camera and all that, right? To move around your character, or do you? Like while you're in the
you can move stuff? The camera
in the new 3DS.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I do not have a second camera.
Okay, well, no, I mean like it works like a regular like third person action game would. Like the nub on the new 3DS, you can move the camera all around the character while you're moving through the 3D areas.
I think I can move it with the D-pad, but I generally just have it locked at my back because that's an uncomfortable way to use my thumb. So.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, I was just curious. But yeah, no, you can totally move all around. It's nice. It reminds me of like how like the Dragon Quest VIII played on the 3DS, like same thing, like with 3D, and you have like the Xenoblade Chronicles game that one worked like that as well. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I really want them to make a whole game like that. Like I was really excited to play the 3D stuff. Like I said before, I hope that I wish that they would do that on the Switch version of Fire Emblem. They should do whatever they're working on, whatever this new Fire Emblem game is, I hope that it takes some stuff from this one, because I feel like, even though it is like going on some older stuff from an old Famicom game, I feel like they're also trying out new ideas and see if they take on, and that's probably something they want to do, is like that 3D roaming thing. And if they did a whole game like that, I'm totally for it. I think it'd be really cool. Like, imagine like being able to explore like a whole area like that instead of just like the dungeon. Like if you made the whole game where you can walk around in a third-person mode, I'd be totally into it.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, all I've really heard is that it just gets really unfairly hard later. So I'm hoping that it doesn't get there, because I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. But
yeah, I don't know. I was forged in the crucible of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Which, man, that game got hard really fast.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's the Wii one, right?
Uh-huh, that was brutal.
I found that game at GameStop the other day. I didn't buy it because they were selling it for like $70-some, but yeah. I found it. Like, I found a used copy at the GameStop by my house, which I've never seen a copy of that game anywhere, of the Wii version. I mean, not since it came out, when it came out, I don't even think I saw it anywhere.
I had a really hard time getting a copy.
Yeah, but I saw it at GameStop, and it was like $70+. I was like, man, this is the first time I've ever seen one. I know they're fairly rare, but yeah. I don't know if it gets to that level, but I've heard people say that it's the hardest. Well, people who've made it all the way through, or almost all the way through, said it's the hardest Fire Emblem. So that kind of makes me a little sad, because I was like, oh, I don't want to get stuck on it,
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess
at the end because I'm really enjoying it, but we'll see. But yeah, it has a lot of really cool cutscenes, and pretty much all of it is voice acted for the most part.
Yeah.
I like that you can hit a button for it to just play on its own, like you mentioned. You can do that in Persona also. Mm-hmm. That's the same sort of thing. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, you can do that same thing. Every game should have that, where you can just hit a button, just let everybody talk, and it's just like a cutscene. You don't have to just hit A every time they finish their sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice, and as you say, like everything is voice acted, like even like level ups and stuff, which used to definitely not be. So
yeah,
it's nice.
Have you noticed that they say different things depending on like how much points you get when you level up?
Yeah, I had Claire telling me that she was the perfect specimen, and I was like, that's a weird choice of words, lady.
Yeah. But if you get one where you only get like one extra hit point or something, they'll make a mention of that too. They'll say a different thing. Yeah. Like one of the guys says, like, did I just get stung by a mosquito? Was like one of them. Or somebody will be like, man, I thought that was going to be better. Or like, they actually reference that they didn't get extra stat upgrades or whatever. I thought that was funny. But yeah, all the characters are pretty funny on there. Like they say some strange things. Yeah, I mean, I just have to play more into it to see how difficult it gets in the end. But I'm enjoying it very much as of right now.
Yeah. You ever plan to pick it up, Jeremy?
Well, I'm going to play Disgaea. I think that's going to occupy it for a little while, but
yeah, it's been really weird switching between the two, I gotta say.
Yeah, like I said, they're kind of...
I don't think I have the same level of appreciation for them that you two do, and that's just because I haven't played as many. But I mean, I'm sure it'll run across my play catalog eventually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Disgaea and Fire Emblem are like similar enough that it was hard for me to do both at the same time. Like I said before, like I was playing Fire Emblem and I was really getting into it. And when I started to play Disgaea, I was like, it's like I can't do this right now. I just want to play more Fire Emblem. So it didn't really hook me. But whenever I'm done with Echoes, I'm sure I'll try to get back into the demo of Disgaea again and see where that goes.
Cool.
So,
which similarly, if I get into Disgaea and want to play another game similar to it, then I might hop over to the Fire Emblem universe.
Yeah. It's worth playing it just to walk around in those 3D dungeons. Like that's like my favorite part of the game.
So is it like the old school, like it's just still frames as you go through a 3D dungeon? You know what I'm talking about, like those really old NES and like computer games when you were going through a 3D dungeon, first person, or is it an actual like 3-dimensional map as you go?
It's a 3D map.
No, it's a full on 3D game. That's what I'm saying. You can like walk around and cut grass like it was a Zelda game. Like you can do that, and you can break pots like a Zelda game. And you can like run. There's like a run button, which is cool. And you can do like...
And it's all in first person?
It's in third person. So you can see your character. And on the new 3DS, you can rotate the camera around them. Like you would like with the second joystick or with the second thumbstick.
Very interesting.
So yeah, that part is really cool. And I was like, oh wow, I couldn't believe they did all that stuff on there. So that's been really fun to run around. I hope that's what I'm saying. I hope that it does. I hope that it does for the Switch version. I hope they do more 3D run around stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see a whole game like that.
I mean, it sounds really interesting, but I feel like every time a new Fire Emblem game comes out, I'm like, yeah, I'll play it. And I've been saying that since Awakening, and there's been like...
But you have Awakening, don't you? Or no?
No, I don't. I actually borrowed it from Colin before he moved, and never played that much of it.
Yeah, because I bought Awakening when it went on sale. Like, it was like an E3 sale. So I think I got it was like 30% off or something like that. So I got it for cheap, and I played through most of that game, but then I got kind of bored with it because it felt too easy, I guess, compared to the other Fire Emblems.
And now there's been 2 other series since then, not to mention the mobile game, which I didn't really play that much either. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting intimidated by how much Fire Emblem there is.
Well,
where should I jump in? I mean, does this seem like the one that I should jump in, or should I go back to Awakening, which is what people often tell me about the series?
Well, I mean, I think we've technically gotten one direct sequel in the history of Fire Emblem.
And that was Radiant
So you can really jump in just whenever you want.
Yeah. You should play Path of Radiance. If you can find that. No, I don't know. Like it depends. It feels like they all kind of play differently, I guess. Like my favorite Fire Emblem is still the first Game Boy Advance one, even though it's really hard.
That game's great.
But I like it a lot because it was the very first Fire Emblem I played. And I'm still trying to work through it. Like I'm still on, I don't know, whatever, like second to the last battle. I actually played some of it yesterday to try to get through it, but I ended up not. I made it through like halfway and then ended up losing.
Did you play it on your Game Boy Player?
I played on the Wii U because I have the virtual console version of it.
Oh, okay.
Which I actually got farther on that version than I did on the Game Boy Advance version, which I still have. So I've been playing that one just because I did better because I got stuck on one of the side missions in the original one and I never completed that, and then I bought it later and then got past that, but now I'm like towards the end. It's either like the last level or the level before the last level, but I like that. I like that game a lot, but that one's, I think, is much harder than Awakening for sure.
Yeah, Awakening's pretty easy. I feel like if you want
Awakening,
the 2 Game Boy ones are probably the best. Like if you just want a pure sampler of the series. If you want to sort of dive into the mechanical complexity, I would do Awakening because it is easy, but there's a whole lot of systems going on there.
Oh, sure.
And then, if you've tried Fire Emblem and been like, this is nice, but I feel like I want something a little more grounded, then I would do Echoes.
Yeah, the reason I did Echoes was just because it's different. Because I wanted to try. I liked what I heard, what they were doing with it, and I wanted to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
But
plus, it was your birthday present.
Yeah, it was plus it came out on my birthday too, so it was my birthday present to myself. So I bought it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like any of the Fire Emblems that have like a map in it where you can like freely go from one place to another, which I know you can do that in Sacred Stones in the second one on Game Boy Advance. I feel like those ones automatically get easier because you can grind your characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas in the first Fire Emblem on Game Boy Advance, you can't because you just go from one map to another. You can go to those Colosseums and hope to grind them in there to a point, but that's about all you can do. And the same in Path of Radiance on the GameCube. There's no really anywhere else you can go other than the regular story missions. So it's hard for you to really grind outside of that. And I feel like any of the ones where there isn't the map, those ones are harder. So
yeah,
you could kind of take it like that. That's why I felt that Awakening was easier because plus there was a lot of free DLC stuff that I was playing through and leveling up my characters through that. So it's kind of by the time I got around to the regular story modes, the story levels, it was pretty easy because
it's pretty easy to get your character so powerful you can just stomp all over those maps.
Yeah, and I made what was it, Donald? I made that guy was a beast. I went crazy with him because I figured it's always the character that you think is the weakest on Fire Emblem always ends up being the strongest. If you spend enough time with them and keep building them up. So I kind of I think he ended up marrying the main character and all that, and I got him almost all the way full with his whatever. Because I forget you can't upgrade him, but you can change his class to another class later.
Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, a lot of my characters are really strong. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of look. I just say just kind of look into the way the game's play, watch some videos or something, and see what kind of style you want to play. If you want to do the old sprite stuff, go for one of the Game Boy Advance ones.
That would be fun because I do have I have a lot of Game Boys.
Yeah,
I don't play them that much lately.
Well, you should try.
I have a DS Lite that I could play it on too. Well.
Yeah. Well, the Game Boy Advance ones won me over just because of how great the animation was for the fights. So maybe you could
pretty slick.
You could try that out, and you can always try it get it digitally on the Wii U too, even though I know you don't use that anymore. But
I didn't mention it earlier, but I have been playing my Wii U a lot this week.
Oh yeah, you got back to it?
Yeah, because I'm so bored of the Switch right now.
Oh really?
Well, because I beat Zelda with the best ending, or so to speak, and the only other game I was really playing was the demo of Disgaea, and I did everything I could do in that, and then I kind of went back to Snake Pass, but still can't really get into it.
Yeah, I tried playing that a little bit today too.
And then I was like, well, shit, I'm going to hook up the Wii U. So I hooked up the Wii U in my living room because I never really play it in my office.
Yeah.
I was like, I might as well just have this as my living room system. And because of that, I've been turning it on every day for a little bit, I play a lot of the Metroidvanias. I've been playing the Castlevania Game Boy Advance games, and I've been playing all of them a little bit. It's fun. And I played Super Mario 3D World. I've been trying to get all the green stars in that.
Yeah, I did that. I got all of them to where you get to like the last levels, and those levels are really hard. I played them.
I've got all the green stars up to World 6.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you touched Xenoblade Chronicles X since?
Hell no.
Well, I was playing Persona 4 the other day, and I was like, maybe want to go back and finish Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So that's still on my mind.
Is that the newest Persona, or no? Persona 5 is the newest one, right?
Yeah, no. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a spin-off, and honestly, I hope they do a port for Switch, because like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I ended up not playing a ton of, even though
because you can't.
I totally liked it.
Yeah, because you can't play it on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good though. Yeah, I like it a lot. But yeah, no, you can't play it. You can't play it on the screen.
No, then again, I beat the hell out of Persona 5, so maybe I'm just a hypocrite.
You beat Persona 5 already?
Oh yeah. I smoked it.
Cool.
You played that on PS4?
80 hours.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
Like, compared to Zelda, that's not.
You put twice the amount of time in there, even though you could have put more.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm
going
to do a New Game Plus, so.
Yeah, sure. Cool. All right. Well,
the game kind of demands a New Game Plus, I've heard.
Yeah, kind of.
You get better shit the second time around, right?
And also, there are conversations that pop up earlier in the game that you can't, you don't have enough courage because you can't possibly have ranked your courage up enough.
Sure, so you can't
at that point in the game,
but
you can carry that stuff over. So, the guy can be like, you have a unique power, and you can be like, go fuck yourself. And, that's fun.
For sure. Cool. So. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say about Fire Emblem or Disgaea before we sign off here?
If you need a game to devour all your free time, Disgaea is great.
I think
if you are looking for a change of pace from what Fire Emblem has been, get Echoes. And if you're a crazy person like me, get both.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think both of them can devour a lot of time. I don't think that Fire Emblem Echoes is by any means a short game.
Fair.
Fair. I put 10 hours into it, and I still feel like I've probably not halfway through even. Mm-hmm. I don't expect it to be a quick affair. So, but yeah,
I do realize I never explained my middle name, or what I say earlier, something about all the guys love me. That seems like really out of context without explaining it. I was referring to Serafina, which is the female protagonist in Disgaea 5. She thinks that every guy is into her.
Yeah, there's some weird pictures of her that I've seen from playing the demo.
Yeah, she thinks that any guy she meets automatically is in love with her. That's one of the reasons why the main character, her interaction with him early on is funny, because he doesn't give a damn about her.
She's the Overlord of Gorgeous. That's her official title.
Yep, the Overlord of Gorgeous Underworld.
Yeah, there was some weird picture on there. I took a picture of it on the Switch. I'll have to put it on Twitter. But there's a strange picture of her where her boobs are going opposite directions.
Huh.
That it was something that it showed after I beat a level or something. It was a really strange picture. Huh. But I'll have to put it on Twitter so you can take a look at it.
Sure, man.
But yeah, I guess that's been our show then. That's episode 71. You can catch us on NintenDomainPodcast.com, and my Twitter is Nintendo_domain. Would you like to plug some stuff, Colin?
Sure. If you are a crazy person who likes Dota 2, you can find Bottle Crow Reborn on most podcast things. If you like fighting games or want to like fighting games, you can find a Neutral Game on also most podcast things. And if you want to check me out, you can go to @6264 written out as words on Twitter. Send me a hey. I'll wave back.
Cool. And Scanline Media, of course.
Oh yeah, sure. I was trying to keep it short for you guys.
ScanlineMedia.com.
You can go to scanlinemedia.com if you want to read articles and stuff that we do there.
Oh, okay, cool, for sure. And we have a YouTube channel too, YouTube/NintenDomain podcast, which I'm trying to. I just got my recording stuff set up in the office here, so I'm hoping to get something out for that soon. But yeah, We've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
I'm Jeremy Mikowski.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.